I have to say that we are facing challenges that are incredible, really much more incredible than I could have ever imagined when I was growing up to look forward to something like this in the future. No way. But I can't get into it. But common sense tells me we should always be prepared for, well, you never know if we're going to have some sort of a disruption in our food supply or any type of, interruption at all in general in life. What am I driving at? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money and More with Jan channel. Thank you very, very much for being here. I really do appreciate everybody's time. And I said, one of the common things that many people say is, Jan, I don't have the money to start a stockpile. Well, I'm going to give you a list of ideas of things to buy that if you total it out, it would probably be around now. This is the a word I'm using, around, not exactly, anywhere between $15 and $17. Okay. I think the majority of anyone listening to this broadcast right now could absolutely find ways to gather up somewhere between $16, $17 or $15, $17. Okay. So here are some of my favorites to keep on hand. Now, you don't have to have the same favorites, but you might think of ideas, okay? So I checked into it because I didn't know the price off the top of my head. But a bag of lentils or a bag of dried split peas costs about $1.69. I don't know about you, but I can yield a lot of different meals from that one bag alone. I really could. So these are the dried lentils, $1.69, even here in New York. I'm just saying, okay? Next, a bag of all-purpose flour, okay? Believe it's 2 pounds. I believe it's 2 pounds. I'm sorry I didn't indicate it, but this is still an important ingredient to keep. And it was about $1.39, okay? Maybe a few cents less by you, a few cents more by you. Very important ingredients to keep around. Just don't know, because you could make a lot of different things and you need the flour to make it with. You see where I'm going with that? Okay. So if you have the flour, you could do a lot of things. It's a wonderful staple to keep on hand. And I want to just jump back for a minute. Okay. I want to look back at last holiday season. I couldn't believe the amount of incredible desserts and treats and homemade gifts I made with just a handful of having extra flour in my kitchen. I'm just saying. Normally, I never paid attention to it, but last holiday season, I paid special attention to that. I yield a lot of different things and different homemade edible gifts. Amazing. Now, the next one I called Spam, and I allotted about $3.50 for a can of Spam. Okay. Now, some places you could get it a lot cheaper than that. Some places. Now, when I say Spam, if you don't personally care for Spam, not everyone does. Some do, some don't. Well, then perhaps you might care for another canned protein item. Always good to keep a can or two of tuna fish or of chicken, boneless chicken. Some places you could even get canned pork. Okay, if you could find things like that you like, canned roast beef, if you could find things like that and it's something your family eats, get it, put it away. Okay. Next, a 16-ounce box of spaghetti. 16-ounce box of spaghetti in my area was $1.89. Okay, package, box, whatever you want to call it. $1.89. What I do the oldest trick in the world. I will buy those long pastas like that, and I will virtually double it. I will get double the use of by simply, before I cook it, break it in half, put the remaining half, that's right, bend it in half in the middle, break the spaghetti in half, put the remainder spaghetti back where it was originally, where I store it, okay? And I get a lot more meals out of it. So for me, getting those longer pastas like that at a good price, I really am saving a ton of money. So I just thought I'd share that little bit of a trick. Next, if you do not already have vegetable oil, I recommend keeping some vegetable oil around for cooking, for flavoring, especially the oils that have like zero taste to it. Okay. And some of those have zero taste to it, like, for example, canola oil. Okay. But regular vegetable oil around here for was how much for a 124-ounce bottle? Okay. For one 24-ounce bottle, I got a fairly good deal for $2.39. All right. These are part of essential things to keep in your pantry. I did not add this, and I should add to it a box of your favorite crackers. Okay. Now, some people think that crackers have like a forever, never, never shelf life. Sad to say. I used to think that too. But honestly, they don't. Okay. They last about 6 months. However, half a year is kind of a long time, isn't it? Let's think about it. I mean, let's say that you had a very bad weather event going on in your area, and you ran completely out of any bread sort of a product. You're not interested in baking. Oh, but then the light bulb goes off in your head, and you recognize, hey, I have a bunch of beautiful crackers in my stockpile. Crackers come in handy for so many reasons. You can actually make a pie crust with crackers. I've seen that. Okay. You can actually just make one of those simple meals, like I mentioned recently on a video of I don't feel like cooking night. Ever get those? Get a lot of those in the summer, right? And you could cut up like some pepperoni and cut up some cheddar, blocks of cheddar or Swiss, whatever you like, Munster, whatever. And if you have a nice, side thing of crackers to go with it, you got your whole meal. You could have a little bit of a salad on the side. No cooking on a steamy night. But the crackers play a very important role. So definitely consider getting, if you like them, if your family uses them, get a box of crackers. Now, I just want to mention briefly the price of crackers can go from the sublime to the ridiculous. So do your due diligence when it comes to crackers. Oh, and one more thing. This is totally nothing to do with stockpiling. This has to do with just the prices of things. Now, I love the good original vanilla wafers, the kind that we all grew up with. They are absolutely delicious. But sometimes they could be rather costly. If you can't fit that in your budget, then that's one of those times that you say, you know what? For right now, I'm going to get the store brand. The world will not collapse if you do not have the national brand that you grew up with. I'm just saying, yes, it is delicious. Yes, I agree. And is it my imagination? Doesn't it seem like every cookie you look at today seems smaller? Oh my word, those famous chocolate chip cookies that we all grew up on, that go ahoy to me, they really shrunk in diameter. I don't know if that's my imagination. I don't think it's my imagination at all. All right, let's get back to this stockpile. Okay, you could get a 2-pound bag of rice. If your family does not use tons and tons and tons of rice, but you want to keep rice, yes, go for the smallest quantity, but keep some in your home or apartment. Okay. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have. And I have been known to make rice ahead of time, put it away, and freeze the cooked rice. What? Freeze it? Yes. Like if I intend to, on the weekend, make my own version of fried rice, I take that down in the morning time. I like it all dried out and everything. And then I just proceed and make a quick fried rice. It's very convenient. The sky is the limit. All right. Now here's something, and it's like just one of the last things I'm mentioning for today, because we could go back to this in a couple of weeks. Okay. I really think it's important at this particular time with all these insane stories. And I believe prices are going to be going, I don't know, crazy. I hope I'm wrong. It's one of those things like, I'd rather be wrong. I don't want to be right. I'd rather be wrong. Okay. All right. So, pasta sauce. Now, I mean, when it comes to pasta sauce, I've done mentions on this in prior shows. The cost of pasta sauce can range anywhere from, like I just said, $1.25 for in the can. It's already done up. You don't have to do a thing to it. So if your budget is low, you don't have a lot of seasonings, you don't have any other ingredients going on, get the one done up for $1.25. You could probably find in your local $1.25 store, but certainly you could find it in any basic grocery store. I know sometimes people love to get the fancy schmancy uh, alter ego Cadillac of sauce going for $7 or $8. Hey, listen, if you can afford it, God bless you. God keep you. I'm always for if you can afford it, or if you got a coupon for it, a discount, or if it's on sale, great. And okay. But for the many folks that at this particular moment in time, people that have lost a significant amount of income, people that are trying to stretch their food budget, I say, so you go and get the $1.25 can. If you want, you could always doctor it up with whatever seasonings you do have. Because sometimes the biggest difference between the canned done up sauce at $1.25 versus the fancy jar sauce at $7 or $8 is a couple of seasonings that are to your liking. Become experimental with your cooking sometimes. You may fall upon an ingredient that's in your home or apartment or wherever your space is where you cook, and you may love it even more than that $7 or $8 jar of sauce. Again, I say there's nothing wrong with those sauces, but if you're combating an issue with your budget, as many of us are, our food grocery budget, then we have to be a little more, conservative about our food spending habits. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. As always, I really do appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to come back every single morning. Without fail, I upload every day at 5 a.m. This has been a double header month, but before you know it, excuse me, please. Before you know it, the double header month will be coming to an end. I'm going to be double heading for the rest of June, I decided, because I'm trying to help folks get back on their feet with a message or two. If I helped even a handful of people by doing this double work this month, I know I did something very right for the folks. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. Super thanks are always welcome. Thank you. Bye bye.